Hey everybody, it's Tracy Baldorak, 3-star Diamond Beachbody Coach, and I wanted to welcome you to the day that we are going to be talking about handling objectives. Okay, so this is a good one. Now at this point, through our Getting Started Right, Rock the Basics training, we've gone over a couple of things. One, you guys understand the importance of Success Club. I cannot drill that into your head. If you want to build a business, you've got to focus on Success Club. And getting Success Club obviously is sharing challenge packs and having the invitations out there to invite people into your challenge groups, what we're going to talk about tomorrow. But most of you have already been through a challenge group before. So the thing is that sometimes people get stuck. They do the invitation process, they talk about the challenge pack, they're ready to get their Success Club points, they're doing their social media posts, but they get stuck because they get these objectives that come at them and they don't know how to answer them. So I'm going to give you the tips on the 3 most common objectives that I get when I'm talking to potential challengers or even potential coaches who have not really had any experience with the Beachbody world. So the first one is at-home workouts are not for me. So as a Beachbody coach, I feel like it's super important that I do workout programs that are Beachbody from beginning to end. I personally like to be able to say that I finished it. I like to have the before and after picture. I like to be able to show that journey in Facebook and on Instagram, a little bit in YouTube and Periscope for that matter. But I also want everyone to know that I like to go on a jog every once in a while. I like to do bike rides. I like to go on hikes. I like to do things that work my body and that enable me to exercise that are not DVD or stream based. I like to go to my Joyride class. I like to do Pilates. So I always say to people when they say to me, well, at-home workouts really aren't my thing. Well, that's okay. I don't want anyone to stop doing a workout that they love. So that's your first rebuttal, is to say, okay, well, tell me what it is that you love doing. What kind of exercise do you do? How long have you been doing it? How does it make you feel? Where do you go when you're doing those things? How many times a week do you do it? And so if people are really in love with something that is not a Beachbody program, or they're scared about maybe going into their basement or their living room and pushing play, I always just let them know that it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. I have several marathon runners who are using PiYo as an addition to. I have a lot of like spinners, people who love to spin, using the 21-day fix or the 21-day fix extreme to help them gain upper body muscle. I also have some people that are doing hammer and chisel in addition to their running because they're also interested in building muscle. So it's a matter of asking questions and ensuring someone that if they have something they love to do from a workout perspective, the last thing we want to do as coaches is deter them from doing that. All we're trying to do is offer them solutions that can help fill a gap where maybe their one exercise or their one mode of exercise is not working. So that's the first thing that I always like to talk to people about. So that's objective number 1. Objective number 2, this is a good one. When people say, I already have a protein shake that I like, what is there going to be in Shakeology that's going to differ? That's a good one. So I usually will say to them when they throw out that it's a protein shake, the defensive part of me wants to be like, Shakeology's not a protein shake. But now what I say is, oh, okay, well, tell me what protein shake are you using and what are the ingredients that you like in that protein shake? And usually they cannot give me an ingredient that they like. So then I start digging in more to find out what exactly they like about that shake that they're taking or whatever supplement that they're taking. And most of the time it has something in it that they like that Shakeology also has, and almost 99% of the time it has something in it that they shouldn't be drinking, like soy or a filler or extra sugar or artificial sweeteners. So I don't ever worry too much about getting into the big comparison, Shakeology versus anything else. All I do is I tell them what I love about Shakeology. Shakeology has done for me X, Y, and Z. Here are the ingredients in Shakeology that I love, and it's because of A, B, and C. And I really encourage people to read labels. So in my challenge groups, a lot of times I will spotlight a couple of times a week one of the superfoods in Shakeology, because I think it's important that people that are drinking it know what they're putting into their bodies. And I also make it a point to say, you know what, it is not a protein shake. It does have 17 grams of protein in it, but it's so much more. It's a meal replacement. It gives your body everything it needs with one shake. So for the busy mom or the busy worker or the busy dad or the busy traveling woman who's also juggling 17,000 other things, you know that if you have that shake, that's one meal a day that you're getting that's giving your body everything it needs. Your pre and probiotics, your fiber, your superfoods, your antioxidants, your phytonutrients, everything. So you don't need to be a pro on Shakeology as a Beachbody coach, but it is important that every single week I try to sort of look at the ingredients, and if there's something I don't know or there's a benefit I don't know, I just try to do a little bit of development, personal development on understanding what it is in Shakeology that makes it so great. So that's how I handle that one. The third one and the last one, which is huge, is Shakeology seems too expensive. So again, it's easy when people throw these objectives out at you to come back at them and just start being like, la, 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 la. And what you really want to get in the habit of doing is asking questions. So when they throw something out, like it's too expensive, oh, okay, well, tell me, what have you heard in terms of the price? And then I might say to them, and what are you comparing Shakeology to make you feel like it's expensive? So in the short of it, Shakeology is expensive compared to what? Are they comparing it to coffee at Starbucks? Are they comparing it to another protein drink? Are they comparing it to a steak dinner that they'd be replacing? That's a really good question, is what they're comparing it to. Once you ask that question, then you're able to answer with a little bit of a rebuttal because you know where they're coming from. I like to remind people it is a meal replacement, especially for people who are trying to lose weight. The goal is to replace a meal with Shakeology, and they can always throw additional things in their shakes like bananas or almond butter or spinach or other berries, things that are going to help fill them up. For those people, because you'll get the ones that don't want to lose any weight, then we use Shakeology as an addition to their meal plan, and maybe those people are eating 5 or 6 times a day and their shake is one of those meals. And we can talk about how to make the shake, how much ice to put in it. Obviously, the more ice you're putting in it, the more full you're going to be. But I always like to say to them that it's not in addition to their grocery bill, right? Their shake should be taking away what they would be eating either for that meal or for that replacement, and not to mention the preventative piece of it. Personally, again, I use a lot of personal examples. Personally, in 18 months, I've not been sick. I think that is a huge testament, considering I have 4 children who are always sick, it seems like. Even in the summer, someone's got something. So it is my favorite meal. It is my vitamin. It replaces what I would be eating, but it also is preventative because it's boosted my immune system so much that I have spent $0 on myself at the doctor over the last year and a half. So you also want to throw that in as well. Those are the biggest objectives you're probably going to get. Are there more that you're going to get? Absolutely. Do these answers need to be the way that you answer them? No, but this gives you a start. As you start to get yourself out there and throw yourself out there, people are going to be asking you questions, and these 3 are going to come up in the first, I would say, 6 months of you coaching. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of ammunition. Try to ask a question every single time you get an objective, and I promise you that it will get easier to answer, more conversational the longer you do it. Baby coaches, newer coaches, a year or less into the business, we all do it. I did it. We have the habit of when you get an objective, you just start talking and talking and talking. And if you really just take a step back and ask questions and get them to do the talking and the talking and the talking, they will really help you answer the question in a way that's going to get them to see that their objection is probably not as on tap as they might think it is. So I hope this helps you. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of this week of training. You're almost through, and I will see you later.